I'm born in the nation that is at war with you guys. We sit in the office, and then he starts just question after question. Why are you coming to Israel? Who do you know in Israel? Have you ever been to Palestine? What's your opinion on this? He's like, what do you do? I'm like, I'm a comedian. And it's funny, I noticed something. Every single person, if you tell them you're a comedian, they're gonna try to make you laugh. He's like, what's your connection with the Jewish community? I'm like, oh, my best friends are Jewish.
Yeah.
My ex-girlfriend was Jewish. He's like, and then you learned your lesson, huh? I'm like,
That's good.
is the Mossad making jokes?
That's great.
This is my only bet. That's the only thing I'm gonna do.
Hello.
Woohoo! Shalom.
We're back in good
We're-
old Montreal.
We're back to our
Where
regular lives.
Where we belong.
We missed you.
Yeah.
Bonjour, everybody.
It's been a long time.
For all the new fans who started listening after the
Yeah,
Paris, this
yeah.
is our Paris.
Yeah, this is
This
real
is-
Paris.
This is Paris in our heart. We
Yeah.
have art.
Wicked
Dude,
hair.
I told you, right? I got to see my favorite painting.
How is it as big as this?
It's a little smaller. It was maybe 40% smaller.
Oh, that's a lot smaller.
It was this whole trip.
Yeah.
I don't know for you, but I
Yeah.
cried
You cried?
like 10 times.
Really?
It was walking and crying, man.
Why?
I was just getting emotional wherever I go.
Whoa.
Because I did a big trip. For those who don't know, I went to London for a couple of days.
Cried in London.
And then I went to Paris.
Cried.
And then I went to Israel. That was my last trip. There was a lot of crying
He's
there.
like, there's so many Jews. There's too many. I thought they were all gone.
Strike number 2.
Yeah, I know. Oh my God, we got a strike. Anyway,
we got
we'll fix it.
a YouTube strike. Anyway, let's not open with bad news. But yeah, it was very emotional. And first of all, it's a gorgeous painting. You
Mhm.
know,
Yeah.
it's for those listening, just fucking watch it on YouTube.
Yeah.
You weirdos.
It's let me describe it. It's blue. It's squiggly. Oh, those are people. I thought this was the ocean. Those are people. There's people standing in the ocean. And no, that's the ocean. Wait a minute. That's a boat, and that's waves, and that's people.
Yeah.
What are they standing
What
on?
is next to water usually?
Like beach, but
Exactly.
okay. It's
They're
good.
like by the sidewalk or the big
okay,
or
okay.
whatever.
They're dressed really nice.
Back then, everyone dressed nice.
Interesting. I've actually never looked at this painting. You know what? I thought it was another painting. I thought it was the one with the tower.
Here's the thing. So yeah, this is called Starry Night
Yeah.
over the Rhone.
Okay.
There's also Starry Night, the famous Starry Night.
Oh.
The famous Starry Night.
The other
that
one.
He painted
Yeah.
by memory.
Yeah.
While he was in a mental
jail.
asylum.
Yeah, out the window.
This one he painted live. Like, anyways, they're saying in the museum, like, it must have taken him days just to find the right weather with the right lightning and the
Uh-huh.
right darkness so he can capture all
Wow.
that. Anyways, so I saw this painting and I cried and I just bawled.
Really?
Like,
Cried.
because it was so. First of all, you know I'm gay. Let's
Yeah, yeah.
let's come out of the closet.
Uh-huh.
I'm super gay.
Okay.
All
yeah,
right,
you're
I don't
gay.
like cocks, but
Yeah,
I'm
you're gay.
affected. I'm very
You
sensitive.
like the light.
I like the light. So to see this painting with my own eyes was
Yeah.
like a, because I've loved it for 10, 15, 20 years.
Yeah.
I love, first time I saw it, I'm like, oh, I really like this
Uh-huh.
painting. I always like, oh, one day I'll go see it, and I never had the chance to see it.
Now
Now
you
I
did.
can go see it.
Did you
and-
know it was going to be at that museum you
Oh,
went to?
yeah.
Okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
Of course. Yeah.
Okay.
So like, the first thing I did, I arrived to the museum. I went to the 5th floor.
Whoa.
The Musée d'Orsay has a huge collection of like postmodernists,
Okay, yeah.
post-impressionists.
Post-impression.
So I'm like, okay, and I love that style, like
Mhm.
Monet and
Mhm.
Manet.
Money, it's a gas.
Dum, 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 dum,
Lick
dum.
on my
That's how
ass.
that's how he painted it.
Dum,
Yeah,
dum,
that's
dum,
something.
dum, dum, Monet! He's
me.
voting at himself.
Making little dots. So I'm like, this is the first thing I'm gonna do. So I went up the stairs. I went to the section. Beautiful. By the way, it's my favorite genre. So it's nice just to be surrounded by all the
Yeah.
paint, all the styles that you like. You're like,
It's so
"Wow,
like
wow."
trippy.
Yeah,
You feel like you were Squiggle.
yeah. That's why I love it.
You're like,
You're like, cause it's like a psychedelic trip. If you
Yeah.
look closely, you just see dots. Like that doesn't make sense. But if
yeah,
you just
yeah.
every painting I find has a distance.
Uh-huh.
If you stand at that distance, you understand
Yeah,
the painter.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them you have to be closer. Some of them, if you're further, you're like, oh yeah, I understand what he's trying to say. An impression, it captures that very well. You know?
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. That's
So I go there and I see it and I see everyone huddled around it and I'm just, as I'm getting closer, my eyes start tearing
Oh.
and I see it and I start crying. And
Wow.
Because man, think about it. I'm turning 40.
And you went like
year.
this?
On the painting and then the alarm.
Gay guy alert.
Poor man tears. Poor
Yeah,
man
poor
tears. Arrest him. So, anyways, so it was just a very emotional thing. And
Turning 40.
first of all, like, I did it. You know, I'm an artist. I'm like Van Gogh.
Yeah.
No one knows I exist. Maybe when I die, people are gonna go like, "Oh my god, this guy was so funny." But until then, no one gives a shit.
Shit. Is there any example of that, of a guy dying and being like, "Look, this guy's so funny"?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I hope I'm not the first
That's
one.
crazy. That'd be like such a weird like.
Plus,
Because usually when someone's dead and they're funny, you're like, oh, I guess like people loved him before, but really people loved him after. It was Patrice O'Neill. Like after he blew up,
well,
after he was
became
dead.
like the prophet
Yeah.
after he died.
I guess
yeah.
he's kind of like that. Yeah.
I'm not as honest as him, Patrice.
No,
I think.
he's really raw, and also sabotagey and like raw.
Yeah,
and,
yeah. He's amazing.
yeah,
So smart.
Yeah, he's
Plus, he's sexy. It's weird to say, but
Yeah.
like something I learned because I'm tan now, as you can see. I
Yeah.
have a color on my face.
You look different.
Yeah, I look Jewish first of all.
Yeah, did
So-
people go, "Hey,
Oh.
Shabbat Shalom in the home, motherfucker"? In Israel, did they?
The only people who didn't speak to me in their native language were the Arabs.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, like the Jews would talk to me in Hebrew. The Russians would talk to me in Russian. The Arabs are like, "Hello, my friend." Like my own people, they're like, "Nah, he's a Jew."
Whoa, that's great.
So, anyways, I see the painting. Let's go back to the museum. I see the painting, and I'm crying because it's like I'm finally getting to see it. But then, of course, my comedic brain wakes up because everyone wants to take a picture next to the painting. It's a famous painting.
Yeah.
But it's just funny because there's like a French guy and he's like narrating the people. I don't know why. He's like just like an angry French. Like, oh, regardez les gens. Like, oh, look at these people. They're not even looking at it. They're only taking photos.
He was a fucking pretentious French guy judging other people looking at a painting.
Yes. But
What a fucker. What is he doing there?
because he's there to judge. French people love to judge.
Huh.
That's what they do. They're like, oh, look at these tourists. They're
Yeah.
so mama. And it's funny because a few things he said were right. Like people would take a photo. But let's say I want to take a photo next to the painting.
Yeah.
I would send like, hey, it's me next to the painting.
yeah.
But people were like, hey, and just blocking the painting.
I'm in the painting.
Like you're not in the painting. It's so I kind of bonded with him, but it was insane. Like I spent maybe 5-10 minutes just staring
Oh,
at the
nice.
photo,
Wow.
and people are coming, the Japanese, like taking photos or
Wow.
whatever, and it was and then I said I didn't even say bye. I didn't want to say bye to it,
Say bye to who?
to the painting.
Bye painting.
For me, it's it's a thing.
and it was
you know?
like, goodbye, Amer. Oh yeah, that's
bye bye, bonne soirée. You know,
okay.
it's funny. Like his face. The problem with the sprint, it's not in 3D.
But
if you it's not
like
a-
bumpy.
It's because of he used like thick paint
Yeah.
to give to make
Oh,
the
that's
light
so
appear. It's so
cool.
smart. I'm telling
Wow.
you, that painting just blows my mind, man.
Wow.
So, yeah, that was nice. Musée d'Orsay was nice.
Mhm.
Paris was beautiful.
Paris was way nicer than people gave it.
Yeah.
Everyone told me go to Paris. It's gonna be garbage cans and diarrhea and
when we went, it was just
asshole
cars
juice.
on fire.
yeah, but that was at night and,
and
during
murder of 17-year-olds. And
Yeah.
that's
that was
it.
political strife. Not
Yeah.
it was beautiful otherwise. I
Yeah.
thought it was so nice. All the nice cafes with the terraces and all the wicker chairs and all the red like those awnings, those red awnings.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
so nice.
And
And
the
then
croissant.
and the
the
food.
macaron.
Yeah.
And the beautiful freshly
Chocolatines
dressed women.
and,
I ate one chocolatine, but I
yeah.
ate 5 or 6 croissants.
Yeah, I ate a bunch of croissants.
Oh, it was so
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
I ate some bread. That was good too.
Mm. Oh, listen to this. Okay, in Paris,
Yeah.
they don't know. They don't understand. They know a lot of things. They don't know how to make. Sugar Sammy was right. They don't know how to make drip coffee. Let's say I had so many espressos. I just want a fucking normal coffee. So I'm like, let's go to McDonald's because they make coffee, And I go to the guy. Okay, it scared the hell out of me. I was like, hello, can I have a coffee with milk? He's like, okay, latte. I'm like, no. I want take a coffee. Yes, coffee. Put milk in it, latte. I'm like, no, latte, no. He's like, let's take, just Americano. Yes, Americano. Like that, okay. And then he was handing it to me. Put milk in it. He's like, okay, latte. I'm like, no, dude, just take cold milk. And he's like, and he went to the guy. He's like,
Impossible.
he's like, Shabbaton. He's like, So he took back. He made 2 espressos in 1 cup and then a latte on top of it. They didn't. I was like, dude. And then I went to Starbucks. And it said filter coffee. I'm like, oh, filter coffee. And he's like, no. No filter. I'm like, okay. Americano, yes. And then I said, lait froid. And they're like,
J'accuse.
and then they did it. It took me like a bunch of times. But yeah, I got it right.
You got it right. But
Yeah.
listen, don't you find like, okay, I'm in a different country. Let's try their version of that.
I
drug.
had 1,000. I love espressos. I was just
Yeah.
drinking them black, the little
Yeah.
ones. But you know,
Just have an Americano. That's what I always order.
Yeah, I was hanging with my aunt, and my aunt is like
so
a
cool, by the way.
wild party.
You have the coolest
yeah,
aunt
she
I
is
have ever
really,
met.
really,
Plus,
really
she's
cool.
hot. I don't know if she listens. You have a hot aunt.
Oh
She's,
yeah,
like she's a
You love
sexy
her?
woman. you
Yeah,
know?
yeah,
Like,
she's
it's
great. She's got a lot of energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say that in front of her husband, who can apparently he can kill me or whatever.
Yeah, you scary. But
yeah, you got a hot wife, my friend. Yeah, hot aunt.
and no, I met. So it was funny. So apparently, my dad has been all over Paris 100,000 times. I had no idea. I thought he never went to. I didn't know. And any restaurant I would go into with my aunt, like so my aunt's been going to all these restaurants all over the same neighborhood where she started living 25 years ago is when she moved. And everyone's like, oh, Masi, pointing at me. The photocopy, oh my God, Emmanuel. And I'm like, oh, geez, everybody, oh, Masi, eh. And I was like, in my head, I was like, oh, don't say that, haha. But they were like, no, he was like the funniest guy.
course.
Everyone loved
Yeah.
him. He had like friends all over. And I was like, there's a secret life going on
Of course,
here. I
man.
had no
People like
idea.
yeah, that generation they just went out and did illegal stuff. If you're not gonna do illegal stuff and stay at home, he
Yeah.
wasn't a Bitcoin miner.
Mhm.
He was a gangster.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
gangster.
A lot of
For
charisma.
everyone, because you tip well, you're
Yeah,
friendly,
yeah,
you know how to
yeah,
talk,
yeah.
got the gift of gab.
Mhm.
Yeah, your dad was a smooth criminal.
I bet, huh?
Yeah, the
Whatever.
expression "smooth criminal."
Yeah,
he was a
yeah, yeah.
smooth criminal.
Okay, hell yeah. Okay, well.
You got it in you if you shouldn't ever start a life in, illegal, illegal activities. I don't know who's outside.
The
now.
coffee guys.
Latte. You're mugging us. We will burn your place. Your studio will burn.
One of the nights we came back, we left this around midnight from the restaurant with my aunt, and then we went back to our room in my aunt's apartment, and we started brushing our teeth, and all of a sudden we hear like bang, 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 bang. And my aunt's like, oh, it's fireworks. And I was like, and I turned to Claire, and I don't know anything about anything. I was like, is it Bastille Day? She's like, I don't think so. And I didn't Google it because I just thought, like, oh, it's Bastille Day. And then it's like, bang, boom, in the bedroom, and I hear my aunt screaming, ah! And her husband's like, shut up. And I'm like, lights, and it was the riots outside of the house for like 3 hours, just explosions going off, and then
You got to live Paris the way it's
Yeah.
supposed to be lived. I heard some of it towards the end.
Mhm.
'Cause in
Did
my-
you actually?
My region, I heard like rah, rah,
Oh shit!
and here's the thing: I sleep with earplugs.
Yeah, yeah.
So when you sleep with earplugs, the whole world doesn't exist.
Yeah, it doesn't exist.
And plus earplugs, plus I cover my eyes,
Uh-huh.
so I'm done.
Mhm.
Like when I came back, well, I don't know if I should say it now, but when I came back, as you can see, I have a cold,
Mhm.
and I think I had a fever. So the last day, Sunday, I'm in Israel, and I'm like, okay, I wanted to go to a few cities,
Yeah.
but I'm like, I don't want to rent a car. I had to rent a car because I wanted to go north.
Oh,
So I'm like,
shit.
you know what? I'll just book a tour that will take me to all these places,
Mhm.
and I'll just experience it. And it started at 6:30 in the morning,
Mhm.
and it ended at 6 p.m.
Okay.
So it was a long
day,
day.
yeah.
So and at 10 I was leaving the country.
Oh, that night.
Yeah, exactly. So on Saturday, the night before, I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna do something light. I'm gonna go watch a movie. I went to watch Indiana Jones, and while I'm sitting in the cinema, dude, I'm shivering. I'm watching.
Yes,
I have a fever and I'm just dripping
so funny.
sweat. I'm like, I'm pretty sure I'm sick right now. I'm pretty sure I have a fever. So I'm like, I'm just dying. I'm like, okay, still enjoy the movie.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm watching the movie like this.
Indeed.
There's like 5 people, by the way, in
Yeah.
the whole cinema.
Whoa. They're like, that is my like the desert background
Yeah,
is like their
yes.
backyard or whatever.
My friend Ari's place is right there.
The boulder is behind me in my house.
It's the reason why I went to Israel. Anyways,
Was it a good movie? Was it fun?
yeah, it's a fun movie. It's
Yeah.
very similar to The Last Crusade. It's like the whole recipe. It's the
okay.
same recipe, but it's okay because
Yeah, I haven't seen them forever, so it would seem new
It's
to
fun.
me.
You would enjoy.
Yeah,
it.
I love Indiana
Plus,
Jones.
it's like young. Dude, the CGI these days
Yeah.
is bananas because
They
they
do
have
good?
young Harrison Ford.
Oh,
Like when he was in Last Crusade. and
But
he
they
looks-
CGI'd
it's-
him.
Yeah, but he looks. It took me Took me like 30 seconds. Like, oh, it's CGI.
Whoa, cool.
Because the movie starts
Uh-huh.
with his face CGI'd, and you're like, God damn, the technology is getting
I heard
good.
that he still has like an old man voice though. He's all young. But he's
Yeah.
like, hey, Indiana Jones. No, it's so stupid.
Old and cigarettes. That's what it does to you. But anyway, so I leave the cinema. I'm like, okay, let's take the bus quickly. It's AC. We'll get there. I go outside. I'm like cold. I'm like just constantly cold. I take the bus. I'm on the wrong direction. I'm like, God damn it. And I was about to curse the world. And I'm like, I'm sick. I have blisters. So I have difficulties walking. I have a fever. I have a cold. It's 1:00 in the morning. I have to wake up at 5 to pack my bags and leave. I'm on the wrong bus, and as I'm about to leave, I look and I see a guy on his phone, and he just got a nude.
Oh,
So I'm like, hey, life is not that bad.
just
I got
got
to
a
see a
nude.
hot Jewish girl's ass
wow.
right there, thanks to the
Internet.
big mighty one. He's like, you know what? I'll give you something. I'll give you a freebie. So I walked to the hotel because I got off the bus. I walked to the hotel. I'm like, all right. I sleep for like 3 hours. Horrible sleep. Nightmares. Like fever nightmares. I turned off the AC because it was hurting my feelings.
Crying.
I wake up. I'm like dizzy. I'm sick. I don't have Tylenol. I don't know where to buy Tylenol. So I'm like, okay, let's just do the trip. We'll sleep on the bus. I get on the bus. The first, like every time the bus, like, okay, we're going to drive for 15 minutes. My brain just goes, I would just sleep. So, fever, sleep, wake up. All right, let's go discover this ancient city built by King Heron. So I would walk, and everything felt like I was in a dream.
Oh,
First
dude.
of all, you're walking in an ancient, like you're in a hippodrome.
Whoa.
The guy saying, yeah, this is where the horses used to run. This is where the king. I'm like, oh, that's cool. Wow. All right. Whoa, amphitheater. This is crazy. All right. Go back in the bus. And just fall asleep, wake up. I'm in a cavern. I'm like, this is like.
Whoa.
Like a cavern with the sea hitting inside the cavern.
Whoa.
I'm like, this is, what's it called? Grotto?
Yeah.
I'm in a
okay.
grotto.
Whoa,
I'm like,
whoa.
this is insane. Go sleep, wake up. I'm in this like holy place by the Baha'i, which is like a form
Wow.
of religion.
Jeez. Okay.
The lush green,
Mhm.
beautiful, beautiful white marble. I'm like, am I dead? Like, where am I?
Fuck.
All under a fever. Go back to sleep, wake up. I'm at the border with Lebanon.
Oh, no way.
Like, where am I?
Let me in.
It was so crazy. It was so
Give me some
fun.
fatouche. What's it called?
Wake up. I'm in a restaurant. I'm eating.
Uh-huh.
It was the whole thing was insane. And then I get back to the hotel.
Mhm.
I pack my bags. I take the train back to the airport. I get to the airport. Takes me like an hour to get to my gate.
Mhm.
The security. Wait till I'll tell you the security about getting
Oh,
in.
yeah.
Anyway, so I get in. They're like, "Are you a terrorist?" I'm like, "No." Like, did you take anything from anyone? No. Did you go to the blah blah? No. I get on the plane, dude. I was so sick and tired. Not sick and tired, like sick and tired.
Yeah.
That I think the plane it took an hour. Like that we stayed on the terrain for like an hour. I
Oh.
didn't feel anything. I slept.
You slept.
I just passed out. I woke up. We were in the sky. Like I didn't even feel the going up.
That's so weird.
I'm like, oh, we're in the sky
We're
already.
in the sky.
Pass out, wake up, get off, arrive at Gatwick.
Dude, did you land? Oh, fuck, dude. So you slept the whole way. That's like the best feeling ever.
No, because
Oh,
I was
you
still,
felt bad. You
I'm
felt
still
sick.
like dead. Slept on the bus, slept on the plane. Get to Gatwick. Now my plane wasn't a connection because I booked the ticket separately because I decided to go to Israel last minute.
randomly, yeah.
So I had to leave, go in the departure and then come back in arrival.
Yeah, you have to get all your shit, yeah.
But my plane was at like 11:30 and it was 3:30 in the morning.
Ah,
I landed
okay.
in Gatwick like
So you
3:30
got
in the morning.
time.
So what I did, I just found like a nice sofa-ish.
Crevasse.
Like they have like 3 chairs.
Yeah.
They're stuck
So,
together.
yeah, with
And I
little
just-
bars in
And I
between.
put my head and I covered my eyes
Oh.
and I put my alarm just in case. And I was gone. So I fell asleep in total, like it was 3:30 in the morning. There was nobody in the airport.
Yeah.
I woke up, it was like 9:30.
Oh.
And then the whole... like, I'm like, where am I? Every
Yeah.
time I would wake up,
Oh, creepy.
I'd be like, where am I? I'm like, this is how homeless people...
yeah.
Yeah, I'm just going to fall asleep at like 3 in the morning.
Oh.
I wake up and the whole city is hustling, bustling.
Yeah.
old lady sitting next to me.
Do you
waiting
feel
for-
better?
Sorry.
Do you feel a little better?
No, I still felt like I'm still sick. So to now I'm sick, But it was just great to fall asleep, wake up.
When did you arrive? Yesterday or today?
I arrived yesterday.
Uh-huh.
I arrived yesterday at 5 p.m.
Uh-huh.
So anyways, I get on the plane, I fall asleep. By the time I got on a plane to Montreal, I felt a little better. I ate a little as well. I drank some water. I drank some tea from my throat. Get to Montreal. My dad picks me up.
Oh, wow.
I get to Montreal. I get to my apartment at 5 p.m.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, you know what? Let me just I'll sleep for an hour so that I can
Yeah.
wake up and wash my clothes and
Yeah.
whatever. Dude, I woke up the next day at 5 p.m.
Wow.
5 a.m.
What?
So
Whoa.
5 p.m. to 5 a.m.
That's pretty amazing.
Just
That sounds
and I worked in the morning, and then I still needed to sleep.
Oh, dang. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
you're
I
sick.
Still to now, like I don't.
Yeah,
this
you're
is a dream. You're
you're
not
s-
real.
You're sick and tired. Yeah. Sick and tired in Israel.
No, man, that was dude. Israel, I love you, man.
It was good?
It's. I had to go.
What else did you do in Paris before you left Israel?
Honestly,
You just walked around?
Israel was such a mind trip that
Yeah.
Paris is like I don't know what I went other than seeing this painting.
Yeah,
Nothing in Paris.
It was just kind of relaxing.
Yeah, it was just I would eat and walk.
Yeah.
Went to. I saw a lot of beautiful things in Paris. It's a beautiful city.
Mm-hmm.
I had no problems with the people. I think everyone I met was friendly. Some of them were like, okay, Paris, we need to talk.
Yeah.
They're changing it, but their ticket for the metro
it's really small.
are garbage.
It's good for one ticket, like a one.
It's good for
pass.
one ticket,
Yeah,
but the one I had was good for 7 days.
yeah. That's
And it would
You're
just-
gonna lose it. It's
First of all, you can't put it in your wallet.
as
'cause
big as
you-
a pube.
you-
This thing.
it's a pube-shaped,
Yeah.
pube-thick
Ticket.
ticket. You're supposed to keep it for 1 week.
Yeah.
You can't put it next to your wallet.
No.
You can't put it next to your cell phone.
Why? Did it deactivates?
Yeah, it demagnetized.
Oh.
So I'm like, what am I supposed? Like, where am I supposed to put it? If I can't
Yeah.
put it with my wallet,
In
where
your
it won't bend.
urethra.
So I put it in that little tiny pocket. where
Oh, the
people-
little pouch.
So and it just got
it got melted.
it
with
got
the sweat.
melted. So I go to the because I'm walking the whole day.
Yeah.
I go to the lady at the door and I'm
Yeah.
like, Madame, can I have another one? She's like, oh, of
You
course.
fuck-
Look at it, the state it is.
Yeah.
I'm like, and like she's like, you have to be careful. I'm like, but where do you want me to put it?
Yeah, where do you put it? It's like those breath strips. It's like that.
it's literally
You put it in water, it dissolves. This thing's gone.
it gives you a good breath.
Yeah, good breath.
It was so bad, but that's the only time where I had like a French person like chastise me.
Yeah.
I'm like, but I couldn't do anything. Like I
Yeah.
played like, but madame,
Yeah,
s'il vous plaît."
please. I had one shitty waiter experience.
Yeah?
Everywhere. Yeah. This guy, we got there. It's a really nice terrace, and I'm like, God, we gotta sit here. Aperol Spritz was like €5. I was like, get the fuck. So we sat down, had a spritz. I had to go to the bar to ask for it. The guy was like, ugh. And I was like, okay, well, he's probably just a little grumpy. So I sit down, we have it, and then he looks at us. I wave at him. He looks at me, and then serves everybody else. He's high-fiving French people. He's having fun. He's like, yeah. And he's like, ugh. And then we're there for like half an hour. And then Claire's like, like women, they're all like, come on, Gabriel. And I'm like, what do you want me to do? Like, hey, like, come here, you fucker, So I went to the bartender, and I stood right by the bar. He was standing at the bar. I was like, hello, like, and he was like, anytime I was about to speak to him, he would leave. So I just asked someone for my bill, and I left. I was like, this guy, and we went to a bar next door. It was like all like young Gen Z people, all being like, yes, all happy. Not this old crusty French faggot. Sorry.
It's okay.
Strike three.
I find that French men,
Mm-hmm.
people say like, oh, they're very effeminate. They're not effeminate. French men, they're gay
Mm-hmm.
until the age of like 35. Until the age of 35, all they do is suck French cock.
Mm-hmm.
They're gay. They're just gay.
Yeah, they're kind
They're
of gay.
they're gay. They're not.
Yeah.
They're gay.
Yeah,
It's okay. There's nothing wrong. Don't be homophobic.
yeah, don't be stingy.
They're all gay, but then once they turn like 50, they're like super masculine.
Yeah, they're all
Because
rocky.
they all have like a 25-year-old girlfriend. I don't know if
Yeah.
you notice. I
It's
notice
weird.
a lot of old French men.
Uh-huh.
They look like all,
Yeah,
but they have like hot 20.
bulbous noses. And
Yeah,
red cheeks, all that.
yeah. But they have like 25-year-old girlfriends.
Yeah,
I'm like, that's the life.
Yeah.
It's like sucking cock till you're 30, and then I'm gonna be super macho masculine.
It's the trade-off you got to make with the devil.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's a bad childhood, a
That's-
bad adolescence, a bad
That's it.
adulthood.
Yeah, exactly.
Great senior citizen.
Exactly. Yeah, and then once you hit 50,
That's why they
you live
don't
in the
want to
life.
extend the retirement age, because then also you have to be gay for longer
Yeah,
too,
exactly.
till 38 or something.
Exactly. They're like, no,
No, we need to.
no openness, no openness, bad openness. That's the whole. That's the whole protest.
Uh,
So yeah, that's what I noticed about the other French. Other than that, honestly, I love the fashion. Everyone's
Yeah.
so well dressed.
It was nice.
Just I would see new colors. I really enjoyed it. I honestly, Paris, I would like to come back because I didn't get to see the
Yeah.
Louvre. So I'm probably gonna go. Like next trip I go, wherever I go, instead of using like the UK as a base,
Yeah.
I'm gonna use
Paris,
Paris.
huh? I think
I'll go
it's
a couple of
cheaper
days.
even.
No,
I think it's actually
depends.
cheaper.
Depends where I end up going.
Yeah.
My next
Yeah,
trip
sure,
is
sure.
either gonna be like Africa.
Oh, really?
Let's go meet the tribes of whatever.
That
bro.
is so scary. Malaria pills and all
Yeah,
this
dude.
shit.
Like, why not?
Oh man.
Or South Asia.
Yeah, I would like to go to Thailand, Vietnam, and all those places in the Philippines
Yeah.
and all that. That I'd be Africa. I don't know if I'm ready for Africa.
Okay.
I think I'm ready for a place like Thailand. You know,
Yeah.
it's still a little.
Yeah, I have to. You have to come with me.
Yeah.
I have to come with you and your girlfriend
Yeah.
because I can't be a man traveling alone.
yeah.
Thailand.
I know you're gonna be holding
I don't-
hands with a little boy.
People are gonna make assumptions.
Yeah.
But if we go together, people are gonna make assumptions about us. So it's okay.
Yeah. I think it'd be really fun.
Yeah.
Thailand's. Oh, I really want to go. It's so cheap and it's all.
Vietnam, the good food.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Oh. Thailand, Vietnam. Maybe where else can you go? If you want to go crazy, you can go to like the military coup countries.
North Korea.
No, but
Oh yeah, like
I forgot the names.
Myanmar,
Myanmar and all that.
But I think it's all. When Claire went, it was during a military coup,
Yeah.
but she didn't realize it was happening after she landed.
Yeah.
So she landed and everything's like, like it's all like you're locked in for like you're like,
Yeah, but that's
scared.
half the fun.
yeah,
It's the same thing with Israel.
yeah.
So,
Okay, yeah,
okay, so here's how I decided to go to Israel. Honestly,
yeah,
I was looking at Google Flights. I'm like, where am I gonna go? I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't want to go. I don't. Like, I was looking at Berlin and Krakow
Mm-hmm.
and Amsterdam. Like, it's still Europe.
yeah.
You know?
Yeah, yeah,
I was
yeah,
looking
yeah,
at
yeah,
Lebanon. I'm like, the ticket was like 1,000 something.
Okay.
I don't want to pay that. Plus, it's Lebanon.
Yeah.
Egypt also very expensive. I'm
Okay.
like, then I think I just clicked on Israel and I saw the ticket was like 300 euros. I'm like,
Really?
this is cheap.
Whoa.
So like, fuck, I think I'm gonna go to. So I speak with I ask Eugene and Guillaume, my consiglieres, like, is it crazy if I go to Israel? And they're like, yeah, it's fucking crazy. Should I remind you where you're born? I'm like,
That's
yeah, but
so
wouldn't it be
funny.
fun if I went to Israel?
That sounds fun. Yeah.
Israel. It's a Friday. You know what? Let me go speak with the French. I think I told you that. Let me go speak to the French embassy in Israel. It's a Friday. I'm like, hey guys. So I go there. Military surveillance. Make sure no one gets in. Of course.
And this is the
Israeli embassy in
Okay,
Paris.
okay.
Yeah.
You didn't want to go to your the what would your embassy be? Lebanon embassy?
No, why would I go to the Lebanese?
To be like, is okay if you think it's okay if I go there?
I don't want them to know I'm going to Israel.
Okay.
And I'm not.
yeah.
I don't have the
Yeah. Yeah,
nothing
you're Canadian.
associates me with. I'm going to Israel, so I should go to the Israel. I'm like, hey, can I come?
Yeah. You're right.
So anyway, so I go to the Israeli embassy, and there's a guy at the door. He's like, Shabbat Shalom. I'm like, hello. I'm like, can you help me? He's like, I'm like, hi, I'm Canadian.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to Israel. He's like, yes, of course, go. But I'm also born in Beirut. He's like,
He's like, hey.
Exactly.
Go.
He's like, give me your passport and I'll come back to you. So he goes for like 10 minutes, comes back. He's like, listen, legally, no problem. You can go in, have fun, but in advance, we'd like to apologize to what will happen to you at the airport.
Oh my God, was it that bad? That's so crazy.
We're
That's
very sorry. In advance, I'm just letting you know
that's a
now.
scary joke.
Very sorry. I'm like, and we're like, how many fingers are they gonna put up my ass?
Did you ask? That's so funny.
Like, there's 5 on one hand. I mean, like,
Whoa.
2 hands. Like, how
I
many?
apologize.
Are they like a menorah of fingers up my ass? Like, how many fingers?
Light them on fire.
How many fingers are they gonna
Wow.
put in my ass? But I'm like, fuck it. I bought the
Yeah.
ticket. I'm like, I'm gonna go.
Mhm.
I have nothing to hide. I'm not a terrorist.
No.
I have fun. Monday.
Mm.
Monday, I wake up early, go to the airport, get on the plane. It's funny. My tickets were separate. Every ticket I had was separate. So the return ticket from Israel was separate from the going to Israel ticket. I'm checking in, getting the card, and the lady at the door, she's like, "Oh, you're going to Israel?" She looks at my passport. She notices Beirut because I was born in Beirut. She's like, "Oh, you're going to Israel?" She's like, "I don't see a return ticket." I'm like, I swear I'm returning.
Wait, you did buy a return ticket?
Of course, but
yeah.
they're not. It's not like they're not the same company.
Okay.
So the lady just saw a guy who's an Arab going to Israel without a return ticket.
Dude, that's way too like conspicuous.
So I'm like, you're making me doubt now.
Yeah,
So
I
I
know.
open my phone and I show her. She's like, okay, all right. I'm like, okay.
She tried to be sneaky. She tried to trick you or
Yeah.
to say something.
No, she's
or-
trying to be safe, of course.
Yeah.
Get on the plane, land in Israel. I'm like, oh my god, this is real. Like it hits like when you walk in and you see like just squiggly lines. I'm like, I can't read Hebrew. This
Whoa.
is like, I'm in
What
Israel.
city do you land in?
You land in Tel Aviv.
Uh-huh.
Well, not Tel Aviv, but Ben Gurion. The airport is called Ben
Okay.
Gurion. It's about an hour from Tel Aviv.
Oh, damn. So you
Yeah.
jump on a train or something?
Yeah, but the Israel has a great subway system.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Anyways,
Really?
yeah,
Okay.
So anyways, so I land in Ben Gurion. We walk, and I knew like after talking to the embassy, I knew what to expect. Like, get ready, it's gonna be tough.
Mm-hmm.
Waiting in line, everyone's waiting in line who doesn't have an Israeli passport. I get to the guy. He looks at my passport. He's like, I don't think he sees a lot of. He's like, do you have another passport? I'm like, no. He's like, okay, well, just go stand there. Someone is gonna come question you.
Okay. Do you have another passport? What are you going to do with that one? Do you want all your passports?
No, because if you have a Lebanese passport, you're not allowed in the country.
Ah.
Theoretically, I'm allowed.
Okay.
Theoretically, I'm
Yeah.
allowed. It's just that I'm born in the nation that is,
Yeah.
at war with you guys.
Yeah.
So I go wait in the extra security, and it's all Arabs, like people who look Arabic.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone who traveled to the Middle East,
Uh-huh.
who looks Middle Eastern, who
Picture
looks
the
just
cave.
angry, and me.
Holding curvy swords.
Exactly. So I'm sitting, and I was like, everyone was stressed, but I knew what to expect.
Yeah.
So I was not stressed at all.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna wait. I noticed a lot of security guards were females. I'm like, oh, I wonder they hire females because they have better intuition.
Okay.
Probably.
That's funny.
I get a guy. I see him. He's like, hello. He's like, Amer. I'm like, okay. Do you have again? Ask me. Then he asked me my father's name,
Uh-huh.
my grandfather's name, but he's like, write your phone number. So I write my phone number. Where's your father's name? I'm like, oh, you want like he would ask you questions, but just to make like what? Huh? Instead of saying write your
yeah.
father's name, he said, where's your father's name? I'm like,
That's
oh, you
so
didn't.
Weird.
Okay, so
It makes you feel like shit. You're like, I'm stupid.
it's not. He was trying to confuse you to see if you're gonna mess up.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, they're so smart.
Wow.
The Mossad dude is so fucking. Of
That's
course.
awesome.
Listen, I thought about when you're surrounded by your enemies.
Yeah.
Even Mediterranean is full of sharks that want to eat you.
Uh-huh.
Of course, you're gonna be like really, really smart about who you let in the country.
Uh-huh.
You know?
Maybe you just can't speak English.
Oh, everyone speaks English.
I know. Yeah.
That whole country is so educated.
Wow.
So anyway,
That's amazing.
he takes the information. I go back. I sit down. Then he's like, calling me like, okay, let's go to the office. We sit in the office, and then he starts just question after question. Why are you coming to Israel? Who do you know in Israel? Have you ever been to Palestine? What's your opinion on this? What's the name of your father? He asked me,
Opinions and stuff, like thoughts.
he's
and-
like, well, it's what's your religion? Do you I'm like just ask questions after questions? And I'm being completely honest. He's like, what do you do? I'm like, I'm a comedian, and it's funny.
yeah.
I'm like, I'm a comedian. Also, I'm a teacher. He's like, are you famous? I'm like, well, I wouldn't be a teacher if I wasn't a famous comedian.
Yeah.
I would have. I noticed something. Every single person, if you tell them you're a comedian, they're gonna try to make you laugh.
Oh, really?
He started making jokes.
Oh, really?
Like I
That's
thought,
nice.
he's like, "What's your connection with the Jewish community?" I'm like, "Oh, my best friends are Jewish.
Yeah.
My ex-girlfriend was Jewish." He's like, "And then you learned your lesson, huh?" I'm like,
That's good.
"Is the Mossad making jokes?
That's great.
Is the security making jokes about?"
That's good. That's hilarious.
So he takes my phone. He's like, "Please unlock your phone." I'm like, "Ooh." So I unlock my phone. He's like looking at the photos, opens the Facebook, opens Instagram, just making sure like, okay. And then remember I asked you like, delete everything or just hide anything that
Yeah.
is related to. Looks at my phone and it's so funny. He opens the contacts
Uh-huh.
and he starts typing area codes. Like to see if I know anyone from Palestine
Uh-huh.
or anyone in Lebanon or anyone in Israel. And then I don't know what he typed, but I have a friend. His last name is Groisberg.
Okay.
And he just and then Groisberg's appeared. I'm like, did he just type Berg to see if I have any Jewish
Any
friend?
Jewish friend? Goldberg.
Yeah, exactly. Like how many Bergs does he know? Like exactly
Cohen,
Steinberg,
yeah.
Cohen. Like, is he just writing to see
Jew.
just to make sure Jew?
Okay.
So, anyways, at the end, we're laughing. He likes me. He's like, okay, go. Welcome to.
Oh, that's
welcome
so
to
nice.
Israel, blah blah blah. It's funny. He said, "Welcome to Facebook." I'm like, "Excuse me." He's like, "Oh fuck, sorry, I'm tired." welcome, welcome to Israel. And I started
So
laughing.
stupid. Welcome to Facebook.
Huh?
You're like, go.
So I get out, take the train,
That's
dude.
funny.
Okay, so I don't know if you know this, but Israel right now is going through a whole political saga
Oh, I know.
because the Prime Minister Bibi Netanyahu wants to change the set of rules to give him more power to bypass the
Oh.
Supreme Court.
He wants to become a dictator.
Kinda. And exactly, people who are against him are saying like, "Oh, he wants to be a dictator. He wants
Yeah.
to kill democracy." And people who are for
Wow.
him are saying, "No, no, this is needed for the security and the safety and the future of Israel."
Jeez, that's how it starts, man.
Now, what's happening is that the people are revolting. There's huge protests. I land at the airport, dude. Like, let's say I was talking, I couldn't hear you.
Yeah.
Just huge protests
Fuck.
outside. Like,
Okay.
right, you walk outside the metro, hundreds,
Mm-hmm.
hundreds, if not like 1,000 people with the flag of Israel, and they all have horns, and they're all shouting slogans, and they're like, it was like, oh, okay, I'm in Israel.
Fuck.
I wanted to buy a ticket to get on the train. I couldn't hear the lady talk.
Damn.
It was the loudest sound. It was chaos.
And this is
Absolute chaos.
nonstop?
Nonstop. Well, when I arrived, it was like, Salam alaikum. Shalom.
Whoa.
Welcome to Israel. Chaos.
Okay.
Chaos. And you have the people who are tired of the sound just scream, like old grandmas, just like,
Yeah, she's so fed up.
and I'm like standing there like, oh, I'm in Israel. You know, and you have soldiers. Everyone has a gun.
Uh-huh.
It's
Wow.
bananas. Yeah. It was crazy.
Where did you stay in Tel Aviv?
Oh, I stayed in a hostel.
Okay.
It was a very nice hostel.
Yeah.
Just, breakfast and nice.
You're close to, what the fuck? You're close to the beach and shit, or?
It was like maybe a 20-minute walk from the beach.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so nice. You go swimming there?
I went swimming in the beach.
Wow, how was it?
It was fun and dangerous. You forget that the sea is an animal by itself.
Why? With the current and all this
So-
shit, or?
So I went to the beach like on Saturday because
Mhm.
when I arrived, I just stayed one night in Tel Aviv and then went to Jerusalem.
Mm.
But when I went to the beach, first of all, I want to say something. Israel people are so hot.
Oh, yeah, are they?
Israeli women are the hottest women on the planet.
Okay, shit.
They are, and this is not a joke.
Uh-huh.
Israeli women have the most beautiful everything you can imagine.
Yeah.
Like whatever you like, your type, you like tall and thin.
Uh-huh.
You'll have the hottest tall and thin women on the
Wow.
planet. You like a little bit of meat with big tits. They all have big tits.
Uh-huh.
The B cup does not exist.
Whoa.
It's for children. Okay. Dude, it's banana. I remember the last day when I had a fever. I'm walking, and I see like the most beautiful woman I have ever seen. Like, you know, the type of woman who's so beautiful. Like 2,000 years ago, wars would have started
Whoa.
just
Yeah,
to
Helen of
marry her.
Troy.
She was just stunning, and she's just on a scooter, like just going down a scooter.
Uh-huh.
She looks like a goddess on a
Yeah,
scooter.
yeah.
I'm like,
Wow.
what am I walking? It's insane how beautiful
Shit.
Israeli women are.
Okay.
So where were we? We were at the beach.
Yeah.
So I go to the beach, and I just put my stuff, and I just go in the water. It was my first time in the sea, like for a long time,
Yeah.
you know. And I just you let the waves hit you. It's such a good feeling. Just psh. Then you go back, you lie down, you look at people. Everyone loves staring at people. Everyone's hot. Everyone's in shape.
Uh-huh.
Just staring at beautiful.
Was it really
people.
hot outside? Like warm?
Yeah. It's
Desert, yeah.
it's like 40 degrees. You know.
Whew.
The second you get hot, you go back in the water.
Yeah.
The sea is hot.
Yeah.
Like the Mediterranean Sea is a
It's
hot
not
sea.
like, yeah.
And then you go inside more, and then the waves hit you more, so you fly. A little.
Whoa, okay.
You've been in the
Yeah, I
Mediterranean. It's
love the ocean.
just
yeah.
playing with this. I realize like the only BDSM I'm into is just the waves.
Yeah, waves beating your ass.
beating my ass. Like this is the only time I ever want to get hit on.
Yeah, dude, it is fun getting, like, when I was a kid, I would jump in the waves all day, and then I'm still like that now. Anytime there's waves, and if I see there's no waves, I'm all sad.
Yeah.
And then I see waves are coming, I'm all happy, you
Yeah.
know. And then
So
I'm like,
fun.
oh, here's a big one. And then if there's a really big wave, I say, rogue wave! And then we just run with the wave.
Oh yeah, and you go inside.
Yeah.
Oh, what an amazing feeling. So yeah, I did like 2-3 times. Just go lie down, and come back.
Oh, that's so fun.
And then the last time I went there, big waves hit me. I'm like, whoo. And as I'm looking up, another one right behind it hit me. And I did a 360
Oh.
in the water. And like, because you hit it, and then another one hits you.
Oh.
And your eyes are closed. You're just going bloop, bloop, bloop. And then what? Huh? Where am I? Like, ooh, that was scary.
That is scary.
Yeah. And then like,
Shit.
okay, let's go lie down. It was so fun.
Cool.
So fun. Also, like, you realize, like, like sports, beach sports,
Like
the tennis.
Okay.
Like tennis sport, beach tennis. What do you
Like it's like
beach
like
tennis,
in the
yeah.
water or whatever it is. I don't know what it's
beach
called.
tennis is the only sport where the sole goal of the game is that no one wins,
Yeah.
because you want to keep the ball going
in the sky
as much as
long-
possible.
Yeah, it's just
so you can't like
practice.
smash, or you can't like
No.
okay, let's see how long we can
Yeah.
play where no one wins.
Yeah.
So nice.
I love that. This is a fun little cute thing me and my family used to do. So me, my cousin, and my uncle Dennis, every time we'd go to the beach, like even like shitty beaches in Quebec, there'd be a bunch of people around and we would play like frisbee. But like what we would do, the whole point of the frisbee game was to throw it far enough that out of our reach that we would have to jump and then splash other people next to us. And we would say that it was like we would pretend it was war, and then splashing other people was collateral damage. And we're like, the civilians, we killed the civilians! And we would like splash, and my uncle would be like, the civilians! And he would pretend to cry. It was just fun. Like just to
So
splash
cute.
other people. Yeah.
That's so nice.
Just flashing.
Other people like motherfucker.
They're like, what the fuck is Greek family?
Why are they calling us civilian? What's happening? It's insane. So yeah, the first day I landed in Tel Aviv, I go check out the scene. Since I was alone, I had to ask people sometimes to take photos of me,
Mm-hmm.
and you realize men and women take photos differently.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like you ask a man to take a photo, he'll like, all right, you'll like, okay, I understand you want to take a photo next to this thing, this, the sarcophage of Jesus or whatever, or the holy temple or
Yeah.
whatever. So we'll include it perfectly. And then his wife would see, and she's like, what is this? And she would just take the phone, and then she would take a great photo, but I was the center of
Yeah,
the
the
photo.
center. Yeah,
Like-
you want to show the scope
Like
and
it's
the
me looking great with great skin, and then you have a 2,000-year-old monument that is blurry. I'm like, I want the monument.
yeah.
Why is it like? I
Yeah.
thank you for making me look so
Yeah,
sexy,
yeah.
but can we include
You
the
want the thing.
2,000-year-old statue
Uh-huh.
that is behind me?
That's
It's like
so
they it's a different.
Mm-hmm.
I wish that we could combine those two brains to like, okay,
Yeah.
let's have them where you look good and also.
We just need a photographer following us.
Yes, that's we need to Andrew Schultz our lives from now
Just
on.
need a
Just have someone
photographer.
always follow us. Man, look at these shorts. Fuck. Oh God, what's happening?
Where did you get these shorts?
London, not like Brighton. Remember?
Oh yeah, that was a long. Yeah,
Yeah.
at the Primark or
Yeah.
or
I-
H&M or
this
something.
is the 5th time I wear them.
Wow, nice. Yeah, I saw you wore them on the.
Yeah.
Where the hell you're by a waterfall?
Well, what I did, okay, so Monday I arrived.
Mhm.
I spent the day in Tel Aviv, take it easy, walk around, smoke the shisha. It was
Mhm.
great.
Did it taste different? Like more authentic?
I went to a guy who's like supposed to be like the shisha specialist
Yeah.
in Tel Aviv. He's like a Russian guy. I was so dizzy. I was
Oh,
buzzed.
wow.
So buzzed.
It's like
Yeah,
your- it's
I
like your
smoke
first
shisha like
time.
every night.
Damn, nice.
I'm in Israel. I
Yeah.
just enjoy it, Have a beer, smoke a shisha,
Wow,
take it easy.
that's fun.
Oh yeah, it was so fun. So yeah, smoked a shisha, went to sleep. The next day, went to Jerusalem. Not Jerusalem, dude.
Uh-huh.
What do you know about Jerusalem?
Isn't that where Jesus was like hanging out
yeah.
and making like
it is the holiest city
yeah.
in the world
Okay.
because it is a holy city for the Jews.
Uh-huh.
It's a holy city for the Muslims,
Yeah.
and it's a holy city for
Christians,
the Christians.
yeah.
So even at the airport, you see masses of like priests
Whoa.
and nuns and
Uh-huh.
Hasidic Jews, and you get there and you go to the Muslims, and there's a lot of Muslims.
Cool.
I'll tell you how I got in. It was quite an interesting story. So, anyways, I arrived to Jerusalem. The first day, I'm like, I don't know what you do. I'm like, I'm just gonna go visit the old city.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go visit the holiest of holy places ever. Like,
Yeah.
why not? Why waste my time?
Yeah.
I get there. The first place I went. First of all, you walk in the old city, and it's like a 2,000. It's one of the oldest city in the world. I don't know
Okay.
how old it is. And you just walk in, you see people, and you're like, oh man, some of these people have been there for generations.
Okay, yeah. Families.
Soldiers everywhere, military. 'Cause,
Whoa.
you always.
What's the city look like? Is it really old, run down, or
Imagine
nice
an
and
old souk. I don't know if you've ever been to an old, like, if you think Aladdin, you know Aladdin when he would like steal a grape and he would
Oh
run.
yeah.
And they're like, yeah. So
What?
like, yeah,
Really?
but
Like
a
that?
bit more modern.
Okay.
With electricity. But basically,
Okay.
like tiny streets.
Whoa. Okay. Indiana
stores.
Jones shit.
Yeah, Indiana
okay.
Jones, Aladdin type.
Driving through, they're running through the streets.
Yeah.
They're breaking up
Plus
boxes. and
Israeli soldiers everywhere
Okay.
maintaining the safety. That's pretty much it. It's very wild. Plus, you have Jews and you have Muslims and you have Christians, and they're all trying to navigate the maze that is
stuff.
all
Wow.
Jerusalem.
Okay.
So, anyways, the first place I go to is the Western Wall.
Mhm.
The Western Wall is one of the holiest places in Judaism. It
Uh-huh.
is a wall, and technically behind it is the remains of one of their great temples that was burned down or destroyed. So a lot of Jews go there to pray
Mhm.
because it's a holy site. I walk in, again, security, check me, everything.
Yeah.
You're not a terrorist. I walk in,
Yeah.
and I don't know why, man. I walk
crying?
and I just started bawling.
At the wall.
But you know what's like? That's what's funny. But the name of the wall for Westerners, they call it the Wailing Wall.
Oh.
Why? Because Jews when they pray or Muslims when they pray, they shake their head. It looks as if they're wailing and crying.
Yeah.
They call it the Wailing Wall, but the name is the Western Wall.
Dave Grohl's there. He's rocking out.
Yeah, pretty much. They're like,
He's like. All right.
oh god, this is so. Anyways, so I walk and I'm crying and I'm like, why am I'm not Jewish.
Yeah. Why are you crying?
But I thought it was just such an intense experiment.
Yeah.
To see, not experience,
Uh-huh.
to see so many people, so like devouts, and like this is
Wow.
so important to them, and you're like overwhelmed by everything that you see. Just men just praying for hours. They're in trance,
Wow.
hand to the wall under the strong Mediterranean sun,
Uh-huh.
and everyone is praying, and oh wow, it was a religious experience.
Nice.
I'm like,
Cool.
ooh, that was scary. That was strong and scary. Oh wow.
How long's the wall?
They divide it for men and women, but I would say maybe it's 100 meters.
Oh, okay. That's pretty good size.
Crying.
What does it look like? It has like little
It's a
shit. Yeah, just a
It's a
wall,
wall,
right? Okay.
And in the creeks, what people do is that they put the like notes, prayers,
Uh-huh.
like I wish this, I wish that.
Mhm.
Ben Parkins is like, did you write spot on a paper? And
Yeah,
put
that's
that?"
funny.
So I went to the wall. I made a praying, even
Yeah.
if I'm not, Jew. I just, just
Yeah.
put my hand on the wall. I'm like, I have to.
I got a confession to make.
Not much. But I'm like, hey, God, please, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, ooh, okay, that was powerful. Then I'm like, hey, where's the dome of the Dome of the Rock? The Dome of the Rock is another very important Muslim place. Very
Okay.
important. So anyways, I find it and I walk in. Here's the thing about Israel is that everyone has to do military service.
Mm-hmm.
And when you do military
yeah.
service, you keep your gun. So your automatic rifle, like your AK, whatever, you keep it with you.
Okay.
So it's totally normal to see people in
Reg
their
people
20s
walking around with
just
them.
walking on their iPhone, and they have like a
Really?
automatic just hanging in the metro.
What?
It's crazy. It's crazy. Like everyone's like sitting like he sits next to you as if nothing's happened. He's like on his phone on Tinder or whatever.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, because this is learn how to maintain your gun.
Ah, respect.
You're
for the
exactly
gun.
respect
Okay.
the gun. You're
Wow.
you're a soldier. This is
Yeah,
military
yeah.
service.
And
You're
if everyone has a gun, no one's gonna shoot the gun
no, exactly.
unless everybody shoots
So
everybody.
well, there's sometimes there's some shooting, but whatever. So, but the thing is, there's so many people with like in military uniform
Yeah.
holding a gun. Like you don't know who's working or who's there for fun. So every time I would walk somewhere and I would see military people, I was just like slow down. Like,
Am I
are
loud?
they working or are they visiting? Like I'm not
Yeah.
sure. I swear.
Yeah.
I'm like, is this?
Is this
Like,
a guard?
I went to the Holocaust Museum and I saw like 30 of them. I'm like, and I just slowed down because
Oh.
if they were like, hey, come here.
Yeah.
Because it happened to me once. I didn't know
Uh-huh.
I was crossing the subway and there was like security and I just went like, hey, come here. I'm like, oh, sorry. Here's everything I have.
Oh, jeez.
Because I didn't know they were working. You
Yeah,
never
yeah.
know. They're just chilling. You don't know if they're chilling. or
Dude, you
they
can
work.
get you can take advantage of pretty easily. Imagine.
Well, I always trust the system, which is not a
Yeah.
good thing. But you can't be
if you
scared.
don't
all
know,
the time.
yeah,
you can't be
must-
scared.
you have to
So,
trust
anyways,
it.
so I walk in and I see like military security guards at the door of the mosque, and I'm just walking slowly. Again, I was just, am I allowed
Yeah.
to be here? And he's like, hey. And I'm like, can I get in? And like, this is for Muslims only. I'm like, I'm Muslim. He's like, hey. He's like, he looked at me. I didn't have a bag or anything. So I'm like, I don't give a
I'm a
fuck.
Muslim.
Exactly. He's not give a fuck. Just walk in. I'm like, oh, okay, fuck, I'll get to walk in. No tourists are allowed to walk in.
So what's in this?
It's a
building?
mosque.
Oh, it's a mosque. It's a mosque.
So it's a
okay.
big like whole. It used to be the holiest land, like the holiest place before they built the Kaaba,
Okay.
the Mecca. You know, the black square.
Oh yeah.
So I walk in. I'm like, oh. As I walk in, another voice goes like, hey, this place is for Muslim. And I turn, and this time it was an Arab. So
Yeah.
you had like Israeli security,
Yeah.
and then you walk in, and you have Arab security.
Second level security.
And he's like, come here. And he's like, this is for Muslims. You're not allowed to be here. I'm like, oh. And I start talking to him in Arabic. I'm like, right away.
Yeah.
And then he's like, are you Muslim? I'm like, yes. Then we're like, how am I supposed to prove? Like, I can't show him my penis.
Yeah, he can't show. It's like, wait, let me see it again. There's a little brown, I guess.
But like, if it's circumcised, Jews are also circumcised.
Yeah.
So what I acted if I was like slightly offended.
Oh.
So he's like, are you Muslim? I'm like, of course. How
Yeah, that's
dare you?"
that's very Arabic. What?
He's like, where were you born? Here's the thing. I tried
Yeah,
very
you
hard
know
not
what?
to say where I was born.
Yeah.
Because even though legally I'm allowed to be here,
Yeah.
you never know if an Israeli like,
Yeah.
oh, but you're still born in Lebanon. My dad died during the
Yeah.
war. I'm gonna fucking
I'm
or
pissed.
or like a member of the whatever, like
Yeah.
the Palestinian group goes like, oh wait, you're an Arab, my friend. Come, we need you. Come here, have this bag.
And
Take it with you, and if you don't, we'll kill you. You know. So I didn't want anyone
You're
to
like
know.
Canada,
I'm
Montreal,
Canadian. Hello, I love poutine.
You don't sound Canadian.
You're like, I was in Paris. before."
it's Quebec. Quebec sounds different than what you think.
Exactly. That's why they want to separate. I can't explain it right now. Please let me in. So anyway, so he's like, he starts talking to me, and I'm talking. I've never spoken a better Arabic than I did in that moment.
Okay,
I'm conjugating the verbs. I'm not using a single Anglicism.
Whoa, okay.
I am dropping Bismillah and Mashallah and whatever. Like
But did he love it?
phonetically.
Did he invite you over?
He's like, all right, you. So I'm like, okay, go ahead.
Did you use your name Amer?
Yes.
Okay.
Amer, not even
Okay.
Amer. I was like, Amer.
El Rez.
As I said, I've never been more Muslim-y than in that moment.
That's fucking amazing.
So I walk in and I see it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, holy moly. Like, this is, again, spiritual experience.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I want to go in, but you have to do the ablutions?
I don't know.
Ablution is like when you clean your body.
You got a bidet in your house.
Yeah. No, but like before you pray, in certain religions, not Christianity because you guys are disgusting,
Yeah.
but like in Islam and Judaism, you have to be clean.
Okay.
So you have to like clean your hands,
your
clean your
hands,
nose, clean your
okay.
face, clean your feet. We're assuming your balls and asshole are clean.
Oh, okay. Ooh.
So you have to be clean. And I know how to do it because you have to do it. There's a certain ritual. It's a
Mhm.
ritualistic way of cleaning yourself. So I find a man and I'm like, Assalamu alaikum.
Yeah.
Excuse me, sir, do you mind teaching me how to? He's like, my son. And I came out. You know when you're most vulnerable.
Yeah.
It's
Did you cry?
no. I cried inside.
Okay.
But travel makes you so vulnerable.
yeah.
Because I'm like, this is like this could be dangerous for me right now.
Yeah.
First of all, if people don't believe me I'm Muslim and they see me walk in this mosque, especially with the history of this place, Israel walking in, arresting people, blah blah blah. Like I could get killed.
Shit.
Killed.
Yeah. But
You
they're
know?
not gonna kill you in a mosque.
No, but they're like, what is this guy is not a get him and just
Whoa,
like
yeah,
you never
yeah,
know.
you never know.
It's a group of people. You only
It's
need
true.
one person who's bad, and you're done. You're toast.
Yeah. So wait, so did he teach you how to clean your
So
feet?
he's like, do this, do that, do that. He's like, that's it, you're done. So once I
He's
clean-
like, oh no, I was about to make the most lamest joke, but I won't.
go ahead.
Put your right foot in, you put your right foot out, you put your right foot in, and you. It's the lamest joke.
And now
I'll show
you're
you.
ready to pray.
Yeah.
I go in the mosque, beautiful mosque. by the
Mhm.
way. I'm the first one. Like my dad went there in like '64
What?
when Jerusalem Arabs could still go to Jerusalem.
Cool.
So it was like my dad and then me and then pretty
Fuck,
sure
was
I'm
your
the-
dad like cool? Like that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, he went like he's like, did you go underneath? I'm like, no. He's like, yes, there are tunnels. I'm like, I did not
I'm
visit
not gonna
the
go in the
tunnel.
tunnel. It sounds terrifying.
No, dude, I walk in and it's just walking in. The last time I was in a mosque is when my grandma died. It was a very again emotional. I walk in and I just seeing all these people praying. I don't know why. When I see people pray,
Yeah.
whatever religion they are, just whew,
Fuck.
it
Okay.
just gets them and I just start bawling, bro, just
Uh-huh.
bawling. Then I hear the call to prayer. I haven't heard it in so long. I'm in a mosque. I'm like recording it, sending it to my parents. Like you're
Cool.
listening, because they'll never they like
Yeah, they won't go back. They
they'll
can't.
they're never gonna go there.
No.
That's it. So I'm like listen, this is the thing that
Cool.
just crying. Did a couple of prayers. It was nice. I'm like, ooh, okay. Then after I sit outside and like just
Yeah.
like, man, I'm never gonna see this again.
Uh-huh.
There's the chance of me like it's nil.
No, yeah. It's you
Yeah.
probably won't go back. It's true.
No, that's why.
Yeah.
Unless I marry a Jewish woman.
Hello. Hello
Yeah.
there. Damn, that's amazing.
So yeah, I leave the Dome of the Rocks. I'm like, okay, there's still one last sacred place. It's a church, Church of I forgot the name, but it's the church that has like the the tomb
Mm-hmm.
of Jesus. It has the rock that was used to like close his tomb or whatever.
Okay.
There's a lot of important.
So
Jesus
it was like a boulder, right, that covered his
Yeah.
little hole,
stuff.
right?
Yeah, exactly.
So it's exactly how they drew it. Like in my head, I picture like a cave with a rock that goes like
Yeah.
like a circular.
It wasn't super, but it was still like you understand like okay how
Okay.
they pushed it. It was there, and you walking again, big church, and it's crazy because Christianity, I think it has more tourists
Mm.
because I saw like Indian Christians and
Cool.
they're kissing and praying like a rock,
Wow.
and I saw like Korean Christians
Wow.
and Arab Christians and there's just Christians from all over the world and nuns dressed like Mother Teresa, like that white.
Damn.
And
This
I'm
is
watching. I'm
crazy.
like, whoa! Like this place is so sacred. to
So
these
this is an
people.
actual tomb where Jesus actually lay.
Well, he's not there, right?
yeah, it's like
'cause he
his.
went-
He went to Mars.
What's so funny is that I was tired back then. Like
Mhm.
once I arrived to church, because it was so emotional, like
Yeah.
the
You sleep-
Western Wall.
it's a lot of work.
It's a lot of crying and a lot of woo. Okay, and you're walking in the sun and like Allah.
Yeah.
You're just walking, getting lost in the old city, and like ooh. So I was sitting down and I was sitting next to a priest or a monk maybe.
Uh-huh.
And I saw like there's a building and people are waiting in line to get into like a tiny building. I'm like, sorry, sir, what's this? He's like, he looks at me like, it is the tomb of the risen Jesus Christ. I'm like,
Wow.
oh, that's the tomb. He's like, yeah, you didn't know? I'm like, no, I didn't know. So I wait in line. I go in. Again, little tears. Not as many tears. For some reason,
Yeah.
Jesus did not elicit that many tears.
There was a man following you the whole time. He saw you cry, and then he saw you didn't cry at Jesus. He's like, I noticed you did not cry at Jesus.
The guy from the airport.
yeah. Welcome to Facebook. Oh, fuck.
So it was, but it was just the people. I'm watching that because also
Yeah.
don't forget, I'm alone
Mm-hmm.
and traveling alone, dude. Have you ever traveled alone?
No, not this long.
It is.
Like I've been.
Maybe
in
that's why I was crying. I just missed humanity.
It's funny. No, I have been in like let's say like London for the first time. I was by
Yeah.
myself for like 5 days, and
Yeah.
I went to a big church and I sat during like the
Ceremony.
service and
Yeah.
all that shit, and I cried also.
Yeah.
I don't know why I cried.
I don't know.
Maybe it's being alone and
Yeah.
church and God and Jesus
Yeah.
Christ and
Yeah.
God damn it.
Yeah. It was interesting travel alone. Like
This is a religious podcast.
the,
now.
the depth of
Yeah.
loneliness you feel.
Yeah.
I was like observing it. I'm like, wow, I am.
But were you making friends at all? Like,
lonely.
did you speak to anybody?
I the next day I went to Masada, which is like a castle
Mm-hmm.
built by King Heron. It's on top of a mountain in the middle of the desert. Crazy,
Mm-hmm.
fucking insane, dude.
Okay.
You get there, you drive for an hour in the desert.
Uh-huh.
I'm driving, and I look up and I see like 4 F-16s.
Fuck.
Is there a bomb? Like someone gonna drop a bomb on us right now?
That's so scary, dude.
You get there, it's in the middle of the desert, bro.
Mhm.
In the middle of the desert.
Yeah.
And you see the like I'm thinking if electricity didn't exist, if we didn't have cars, like the depth of
Yeah. How would you
of
travel?
like oh my god, we're so fucked.
Like, how would you
Because there's no water and the only
Yeah.
water you see is the Dead Sea,
get? Uh-huh.
which is 10
Salt.
times saltier
Yeah.
than the ocean. So you're like finally water. Fuck, I can't like it is bananas.
That's enough to trap you in your mind.
It's
freak
crazy.
out.
It's crazy. So I'm like, man, it's the fact that I get to visit it
Yeah.
and then sit in an AC the bus after. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, so lucky. We get there, you have to take a cable car to
Mhm.
go to the top. Amazing,
Mhm.
amazing. If anyone follows me, look at my stories. I documented everything.
Oh, you have it saved in the highlights.
I saved it in the highlights, just the whole history of everything. It's beautiful, and I love like anything that has like UNESCO heritage site. I think my goal in life is to visit every UNESCO heritage site.
UNESCO?
UNESCO.
What's
United Nation. Blah, 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 blah,
okay,
blah.
okay, okay,
Basically,
okay.
this is like a heritage site of history of
Okay,
humanity,
cool.
and it has to be maintained. I love these sites.
That's cool.
I love it.
Like
I
the
love-
Roman Colosseum and
Yeah,
shit,
exactly,
and
exactly.
the Leaning Tower of Anal, whatever.
What-
I don't want to see that.
all the no, everything that is like 2,000 years
Yeah,
old,
yeah,
built
yeah.
by slaves.
Uh huh.
I love it because you're like, how the hell did they build this?
That's cool.
And the history of it all and why it was built. So, anyways, I visit this. I'm blown away. First of all, it's so hot.
Mm-hmm.
45 degrees. The sun is right there. Like, it's
God, were
right-
you like getting overly hot?
I was boiling. I was dying
Yeah.
every time. It was
Yeah.
like this isn't like it's so hot. That's why I was wearing shorts.
Yeah,
Like this is so hot. This is like inhumanely
feels
hot.
good though, huh?
Yeah, but
When it's that hot.
when it's that hot, it makes sense.
Yeah.
After that, we drive for like another half an hour. Then we go to an actual oasis.
Mm-hmm.
You hear of an oasis,
Mm-hmm.
and we're like, oh my god, it's an oasis with a waterfall. It's so
In the
cool.
country.
In the country.
Is that Oasis?
No, that's Blur.
Oh, okay.
Don't tell Oasis that you called them Blur. They'll be very offended. They hated each other.
Okay, I didn't know.
It's like, there's something I noticed when you go in such hot countries where
yeah.
like, and you're in places where technology doesn't really
Yeah.
exist, like in nature, you understand certain expressions. Like first of all, you understand why people love the shade.
Yeah.
Because you'd be under the sun, it's like 50 degrees, and you
It's-
go just in the shade. You're like, oh God, it's like 30
So
degrees.
much better.
Or you understand certain old expressions. Like you ever hear like, oh man, hanging out with you is just like, feeling the breeze.
Yeah, yeah,
You're
yeah.
like, oh, it must feel good.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
but
yeah.
then you actually feel the breeze. You're like,
oh, this is as good as hanging with you.
oh, yes, now I understand the expression.
Yeah.
Because we have AC now. You don't want to give a
there's
shit
no
about the breeze.
Yeah, yeah.
But if AC didn't
Oh,
exist-
shooting the breeze or something. Yeah.
No,
is-
but like you're like his company is just as smooth, like just being in the breeze.
Yeah.
Like, it's so smooth and fun.
Okay.
It's just like this is
Smooth
so
and fun.
pleasurable. And now you understand
Yeah.
it. I'm like, okay, that's why people love the breeze.
Yeah, we love the breeze. Anyway, I have to go. Can we?
We finish.
We did an hour in a few. Can
Oh.
we continue again next week?
I guess we'll continue again next week.
Or we
All
can record sometimes this on and this week
All
if
right.
you want. Yeah.
Okay.
Only
Well,
'cause-
guys, thank you so much.
Yeah. Thanks, you guys. We have shows. We got a lot of shows.
Yeah, be our breeze. Watch
Yeah.
our shows.
Follow us on Instagram and also follow us on Instagram. I don't know. Just
Yeah, and
We need
subscribe.
to be. We've decided. We've come to the conclusion that we need to be famous. So.
Yes, I need to travel
More than before, actually. Before I wasn't really even bothered. Now I think in order for us to save us, we need
Yeah.
to be famous because
Exactly.
nobody cares about us.
All right.
I don't care about them. I'll see you guys later.
We love you guys. Bye.
Bye.